Hello boys and girls, it's me, Yoshi1907 here, back with my true 100% playthrough of Mario Kart World for the Switch 2. If you watching this video, then this means we've finished Mario Kart, finished Acorn Rally 150cc Freestart successfully, as you can see. So now we're going to move on and do the exact same thing for Cloud Rally. You might have noticed, but only just a little bit noticed, I find, at least for some people, these two rallies that we did over here, as well as these two over here, these are actually generally the harder rallies, because like I said, they don't have much tricks, and since tricks are the only way to like skip stuff, for those of you who are wondering why I'm not mentioning drifting, go ahead and check my 100cc playthrough, you'll know more about that later. But anyways, I'm not going to explain it all again, because there's other videos that will help you out. But anyways, these are generally the harder cups, but these are a little bit easier, because they have a bit more tricks, and some places have big skips you can do that you can generally break away from the eye if you do them right, but there's still a little bit of luck. From here on out, I have no clear indication of what to do here, so we're just gonna probably front run from here and hope for the best. Alright, we're starting our first attempt here at Cloud Rally. I just remembered, I can't really do a speed boost here because we start boosting already. So there's not much you can do here. You're pretty much forced to the back, whether you want to or not. Yeah. Well, kind of sucks, but not much you can do. Thankfully, there's quite a while before we get to the end. So, still do stuff. One tip I haven't really mentioned, you may want to stay away from the edges of the characters generally when racing in the front of the pack, because that's where most of the item cooperating actually happens. I remember that because when I tried to stay front to them, because of course there's a strategy where you can draft them to get more boost that way. This is not really a setup, and I'd rather get points here. Okay, whoa, Earl got a lot of good items. Okay, I'm gonna just keep these shells here. Okay, that did not work. I'll just take the fast tap here. Oh, I have a red. Interesting. So, that's ahead of me. I could potentially use that. He was the one who took that, though. Okay, better get this item right away. That was Burl that took that. We're gonna need to be quick with our red deflection. Okay, well, we made it through that first checkpoint, thankfully. Don't think this is the main road, so we're not getting a boost here. I guess I should mention, well, only reason I'm picking Wario over Bowser is Wario is actually somewhat faster on normal roads, as found out by some really dedicated players. But he's also slower on others. Oh, okay, this should be simple. By the way, it's kind of important to use that early if you can, because you never know. There might be a lightning coming as well. Oh crap, we got another one. Okay, that was really early, yet we still got it to work. Interesting transformation there, Quebec, giving us all those panels there. Guess we're in a desert area of, whatever. It's a little weird, because we're not in the desert anymore. We were. Now we're not. Back in Mario Kart set, the first track in the game that we normally play. No blue combo, but we did get a triple reds, and there's a blue coming as well. I've just looked back as that happened. Alright, they're coming up on us a bit. But they're also pretty far back. More than I expected. Oh, we got this again. So this is probably the worst thing you can see here. We should call this the attack moves or something. Or I guess you can call it the power-up. To whatever you want. Why do I just call it, the power-up attack part? Because, as you can see, it attacks us with bombs and all sorts of stuff, and it's kind of annoying to deal with, normally. Okay. Not bad combo. I feel like the feather in that second spot, but it's better than having nothing, I guess. Well, I should have you note, I only mentioned this setup for Wario because he's like one of the few characters to use, but other characters have stuff secrets as well. Apparently for Beyond It, you want to almost exclusively be in the water, and same goes for Penguin. They have an invisible speed boost when they're in water, but not in other areas. Oop, I should have taken that rail. I haven't really practiced this road often, so I kind of forget half of the time that there's a spot we can go here. Okay. If those come early enough, we could potentially get secrets. Okay. Do that a little differently. You do want to slightly twist your bar as you move left and right here. That's the fastest way to get boosted here. And if you get hit here, it's honestly not a big deal because there's so many boost panels nearby, you just instantly get back to full speed. That's why I like this section. It seems like a just very straightforward section, but you get so many mushrooms and so many boost panels, it just feels really fast. There are also places where you can go on the rail. I don't think they're faster though, because you simply get too much airtime, and depending on where you go, airtime is often quite a bit slower than just playing around normally. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Especially when you're going that way though, it can be kind of tricky to avoid the cars occasionally. You need to go right now. Alright, now we're going into faraway oasis territory. So we're gonna have animals to avoid. It does seem like we still get hit by the lightning for a while, although again, was nerfed. It doesn't seem like it hurts racers for as long as it did before. I only notice it because I've gotten hit by lightning plenty of times in other games. Ooh, good timing on that. Looking back is very important in this game, as you can clearly see. You wouldn't know if items were coming otherwise. Okay, we can't use this to immediately take a shortcut. It takes too long to set it up. But we'll boost into this set at the very least. Fortunately, the dash food doesn't give you as much of a boost as mushrooms do. Okay. Now we're at 20 coins. I should mention, the heavy characters aren't actually really getting much of a boost from coins. So you have a lot. So you want to always make sure you get a lot. But that also explains why they're pretty good in Knockout Tour, because Knockout Tour, you keep your coins in between checkpoints, so as long as you can keep getting 20 and then maintaining 20 points for a while, you can stay up for quite a while, and it helps out a lot. I think I saw red, but we're also going into a weird cliff, so if that was a red, it's gone now. Okay, this is the last checkpoint, so we can once again drift as we would normally. This is kind of a tough course to do. For some reason, it's just really awkward to do properly. There's a weird skip you can do that like takes you on a rail that will save a little bit of time, but it's kind of hard to do properly, and unless you have like a fast mushroom, then it can be kind of hard to do properly. This course does have a really weird time stat, I'll tell ya. Sometimes you can just go really far around and do like a rig and boost on the right. There's like a strat where you go almost out of bounds and go to the right. Honestly, we're playing Knockout Tour. We're not gonna do that. Not the end of the race. It's better to just keep our position. The last time I tried to go for it, because there's this skip, which you'll see in a minute, which is right after this jump. Landing on that rail, which you see, okay, the guide's not really showing it, but there's a rail on the inner of that turn that you can take. That is very fast if you can hit it, but it wastes a lot of time if you miss it. I used to think you needed a feather for that, but no, you don't. You can take it without a feather. It's just easier to take without. Whoa, they cut off pretty fast. But yeah, we are the winners again. Winner is me. Clearly Wario's the winner of them all. If you're wondering why I'm not picking Yoshi again, he's not the best for this mode. We'll make up for it in Grand Prix, trust me. You'll see Yoshi eventually. It's just not gonna be today in here. If we were playing as Yoshi, you would want to get a lot of coins early, especially for him. At least up to 4 or 5, but then after that, it doesn't really matter. So, we got 3 stars, thankfully. This means we're down to our last cup. If we 3-star Heart Rally, we will be done with Knockout Tour for quite a while, but Mirror Mode will be next after this. I guess I should have said by now, but yes, there is an hour mode to this game, so we're still gonna have to go back to Knockout Tour at some point. Honestly though, assuming it is identical to 150cc, it won't really change much, except for obviously turns being opposite. But that in itself is kind of a hard change to deal with, at least for most people, because you might make more mistakes then. But until then, we still have one more cut to do, so until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Cut, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Until then, bye. Whoa, Sight, where you come from? Guys, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.